Hey guys, what's up? Just wanted to do a quick review on my 2007 Honda CRF50F. This is an absolutely amazing bike. It's a great beginner bike. It's a little bit too small, I found, for like sort of an adult rider to use as a pit bike, but I know a lot of people do it. I don't really understand why. I think a 110 would be better for a bigger rider, but for a beginner, this bike is absolutely amazing. My brother started out on it and he loved it. It's super reliable, starts up first kick every time. It's been through a lot, not gonna lie, but it's always been, taken care of properly, and these things will just last forever. It's an amazing bike. It sits pretty low, it's fairly light, it's pretty easy. Got a kill switch right here. Throttle doesn't go back too far, but there is a limit screw which is taken out, but you can limit the throttle response that you get. Only modifications on this bike are a U.S.A air filter, which it's okay. It definitely gives a little bit more on the top end, but kind of takes away, I feel, from the bottom end torque. So it really depends on what you like. Also have a Pro Tapper sprocket on it, as well as a Pro Tapper gold chain. These little end caps, gold end caps, white graphics, and Geico Honda plastics, as well as Pro Tapper bar pad. Also have a hammerhead shift lever, which is okay. It wears pretty easily just after a couple of drops. It's already the paint's already chipping off of it, and there's a lot of scratches. Also have red chain guide adjusters, which are okay. It's kind of hard because there's no line to line them up with, so that's the only downside to it. Overall, I love this bike. It's a lot of fun. It's super reliable. Only really complaints that I have about it would be the suspension. It's really not that great. I mean, you even just take a look at it. I don't know if you can see, suspension more up there, but even right there's really not much, if any, suspension. So you really can't do much jumping on it, even though my brother takes it off absolutely any jump, but every single time it bottoms out. So that's definitely a weak side to it. Pro sides would be, it's a great beginner bike. I think it's pretty fast. Like I get around fine on it. It'll get up and going, and with me on it, it goes about 30, 35. I'll give it 30. And with my brother on it, probably go like 35 miles an hour. So it's pretty fast. It's light, which is nice. And these Honda trail bikes are just so reliable, and I definitely do enjoy the bike, and the ease of maintenance on it is incredible. You really don't have to change the oil that often, even though I still do. With the air filter, when you do switch to the U.S.A air filter, you are going to have to change the air filter a lot more often, just because it is exposed. I don't really like the stock airbox, just because it is really hard to clean, but it does its purpose, and definitely putting on these U.S.A ones definitely opens it up a little bit more. It sounds pretty good. I'll start it up. And another thing I like about these bikes is they're so easy to work on. Like over the winter, I needed to clean out the carburetor, and I've tried to do this on my 100 when I first got it, and it didn't really go so good, but I was really easily able to take off the carburetor, clean it, and fix it just by myself. So that's definitely a good side of it. Very easy to work on. Then you got front brake right here. Nothing on this side because there is no clutch. It is a semi-automatic transmission, so there is no clutch, but you do need to shift. It's 1 down, which is neutral, and then 3 up. So there's only 3 gears, no clutch. Makes it very, very easy to shift. It's another great thing that I like about this bike. And then got the back brake over here, which is a foot brake, which is pretty nice. It would, I guess, be possible to mount a handbrake, but I think it's great that they put a foot pedal brake on this bike, because eventually, this is a starter's bike, so as the rider moves up, no bikes come with a handbrake. They all use the foot brake. So I think it's really great that Honda included that feature, even though they probably could have mounted a handbrake on it. So I just think that's pretty cool. The bike has drum brakes in the front and the rear, which makes sense. You know, this is a beginner bike, doesn't really need anything too fancy. Disc brakes are always nice, but you know, they definitely do their job. It also has a full coverage exhaust pipe, which I think is really awesome, especially for younger riders. Don't have to worry about burning your leg on it, because it literally is full coverage. It starts down here, comes all the way up to where the pipe ends. This engine is hot right now. I just started up, rode around the block, and I have no issue touching that because it's very, very cool. Another great thing that Honda did to this bike. All right, I'll start it up real quick. Right up here, turn the engine on, and then there you go. First kick. So it is pretty quiet. The U.S.A air filter, you definitely get a little bit of a different sound. You can really hear the air being taken in. So it is a quiet bike, which is nice.